Welcome back, guys, to the Ready Up League for this next map in our best of 3 playoff game between Galactics and Old Dream Esports. We saw Galactics quite convincingly take Mirage just now. 16-4, they won on that map. And now we're moving on to Old Dream's map. It is going to be the map of Train, and, well, if you're Old Dream, you've got to get some sort of really good response coming into play. You lost that first game, didn't look that great on it, and now how do you respond? They will be starting on the CT side here, Old Dream on the T side, and, well, we're going to get underway here in the fixture. Defuse kit in the hands of Anik Took. Smoke and Molotov for Shiva of the Old Dream squad, and it is going to be some control towards B. Brown Horse control, and the rest from area is in their favour. Let's see where they actually choose to use this utility. Smoke will go down on site, and it is going to be a hit towards the A site here. Manikares is trying to do damage realistically. Anik just has to fall away and fall back. He will as well. Shiva finding one. Anik quick to trade, and Anik really trying to get a second kill here. Just runs out of bullets, and they tried to knife him but didn't quite receive it. 11 and Volk, they remain for the CT side here, and still allowed to do some damage is Vip Mellow, and 11, they know where he is now. He's just going to try on a survive. Oh, 2 nice shots, and he might just have a little bit of a chance here. No kit. There was a kit somewhere in the perimeter of this site, but not going to be nearby. Dream Esports have to play it safer, and he won't be able to get anything else. Shiva cleans up, and that's round 1, and a convincing start to Old Dream Esports. If you were here before, we apologise for the tech issues, which have now all been sorted and fixed. So it's going to be some USPs and a Zeus coming out for 11. That's their only investment, that little Zeus. And it's going to be a commitment, and a heavy commitment towards A. Vip Mellow, a nice opening headshot, and he knows there's a player towards stop sign or the back of sight. Manikares will get one nice kill back, and Machinaeus will get another one as well. 2 headshots there of the USP, but can't find Dan Kamula. And all that remains is 11 wanted to get a kill of this Zeus. No one is in Pop Dog, luckily for him. But it has been smoked off, and he just has to hide and be careful, because Fours is the other side of the smoke towards E-Box. And Fours, you know what he might do? He might just peek this, and 11 might be instantly destroyed at this point. If you did miss us, Galactics, they took map 1. And I don't even think they're going to exit out towards Pop Dog. It's so unfortunate for him. Even trying to do damage, but can't quite do that. He will survive. I'm going to repeat kill. Oh, he's got a Mac 10. The Mac 10 blew in his direction, and he's somehow been able to recover that as well. So there is an AK out in force for the Old Dream squad, and Galils and Mac 10s also, sorry, not Mac 10s, SMGs of sorts in their direction. They will get a load of utility as well. But Galactics are treating this as a full gun round. 4 and 4s and a FAMAS in play. Volk doesn't really have a lot of utility to work with. And it's going to be towards B, where a fast play is looking to be brought in here by Old Dream Esports. Bit Mellow finding 11 after 11 found Fours early on. Shiva will find Machinaeus towards the A site as well, and the utility is perfect. The smoke's all in force. Old Dream a 2-on-4 advantage at this stage for them. It feels as if Galactics are just going to back away and try and hold on to these weapons, and Shiva will find one at least, and Volk can't even find a kill to trade up at the end. 3 kills, 3 survivors for the T side, and they go 3 to the good here on Train in the second map of Ready Up League. Now, this is such a crucial stage because it's map 2. Galactics 16-4 winners. And their only investment this round will just be a scout. And a couple of pistols in that direction. But still, despite it being an eco, they're not rushing any particular site. Dan Camellia and Vip Mellow, they find the kills quite convincingly, quite easily. And that's the A site secured for them. A retake for the CT side, and just a crest to deal damage at this stage realistically. Parmeister is doing damage. He'll find 11. at this stage. 2 more players left. That scout is still available to the Galactic squad, but you don't know if it's going to be enough at this stage. Ozone Peeker just peeking at the wrong time. There is another player the other side, and now he's got to be careful. They are pushing behind him. 3 of them to be exact. Can't quite hit anything. Shiva cleans up that kill on Volk. He could have committed to there. No real commitment available. No defuse kit available either. That's a 4th round to Old Dream. And we saw this aggression and convincing rounds from Galactic's last round. And now we've seen the opposite. We're seeing the same here, but this time for Old Dream. And Galactics will want this game to be an Old Dream if they do end up losing this. A full buyout. Our first gun round officially in this game. We'll see the 1 AWP being utilised by the Galactic squad. Anik in full control of that AWP, but just the 1 player on B, and luckily for him, he won't have to deal with damage. It's 3 players are progressing out of Pop Dog. Macaneas, he's watching the other angle, but Anik here on course to potentially get a 2nd kill after finding Vip Mello in the instant stages. There will be a smoke placed down, and actually Old Dream are committing to this push. Shiva finding Volk. Anik, he'll also fall, leaving it to Macaneas. Macaneas on site will actually fall. Old Dream, they didn't look that convincing pushing out onto the site, but they've definitely got the site in their favour now. 2 on 2. Pika no zone. Pika will find Forced. And in the meantime, it is Dan Camila to get the bomb down. 1 player has pushed out. The other player approaching. He's currently in brown halls and could just go out Pop Dog at this stage. And Dan Camila really unsure where these players are. He's only got a smoke to work with. His utility is really lacking. Peak roll zone does get spotted out by Dan Camila. And now 11 using his last set of utility. 1 flash left. And he's just going to tap the bomb just for now, just to try and get his attention at 11. Fair play to him, he can get it. He finds a kill and will also get the defuse as well. That's round 1 for Galactics. And something tells me there'll be many more where that come from. To get 4 rounds on the T side is just so nice from Old Dream. Not the best buyout, not a full buyout really, realistically from Galactics. Lots of them have got FAMAS and scouts to work with. Just really not going to be a great round. What is going to be fast is this play towards Beam. Anik, oh, he's boosted up as well. He had the position there to deal damage, but couldn't quite hit a shot. A smoke will go down in response as Old Dream continues to commit and push out. And the CT hold looking so strong. 11's got 2. Anik find Vip Mello as well, but it's going to be Anik who does fall later on to a nade. Fours, it's trades galore, and it's trades which are starting to favour the Galactic squad. Fours try to run away. He can't even hold on to that AK in the end. Ozone picks up. Galactics find themselves a 2nd round. Hope you guys are enjoying this in chat. If you are, do say hi. Do give us some love. I have to give a shout out to Fraser, who's doing the observing for this series. Oh, look at those B-ops. That's brilliant by Shiva. And even Old Dream didn't even know where that came from. That's the opening pick in their favour. Macaneas, he's prepared in case a player pushes from above him. That was so nice, those bunny hops. Just so perfect. So Old Dream, they've got the man advantage and are just playing it quite slowly. Galactics still have an AWP in play. And it's amazing that they've already got 2 AKs in only the early 6 rounds here. Palmeister just trying to clear out the site. I'll say he's clearing out the site, he's just clearing out that little Pop Dog area, which Manichaeus is holding as well. Eleven and Macaneas actually have taken a lot of damage. That nade is going to do some more damage. Macaneas just has to be a little bit careful here. He knows there's a player potentially below him. Meanwhile, Falls, He's getting control of this Ivy control, but does have to play with Vok in hand. Vok will just molly that off for now, and that slows down the push, and time is now of the essence, realistically, for the T side to try and push out here. 2 players will be approaching from A main, 2 from Pop, and one of those players from Pop will find Macaneers, and close by is Pika, but instantly traded back out. 2-player advantage for Old Dream, and 11 just going to be mollied away right at the end. He was low, and 4s will deny him Volk a chance to do anything else. That's the 5th round for now for Old Dream. And Old Dream now starting to grow into this series. If you are new to RDYUP, do give them a follow on their social medias, twitch.tv/RDYUPGG. Also visit their website, RDYUP.gg, RDYUP.gg. Shiva actually took a load of damage, but as did Anik. But who's taking a load more damage is 11. He's going to fall, and that's the only player on the B site for Galactics at this stage. Old Dream, they're on the site, and because the bomb's so far back, it's really tight and devastating at this point. Peak roll zone, just a little bit too aggressive, realistically. And Manikirs, he's got a bomb, and he's also got an AWP to work with here, but he's got to do a load of work here. Players approaching all behind him from all angles, and Anik isn't allowed to get anything. Galactics back where they were. A retake towards the B site. It is Volk, who is slightly closer compared to his opponents. And Bitmellow will be allowed to find 1 kill at least, and just tagging away, looking to do damage as well. 1 player above him. Volk in the 2-on-1 against an AWP and an AK. One player above him, the other player in low, and this is just going to be down to time in Old Dream. They've got to try and peek together, and Forza is slowly being able to push out as well, and his opponent is on the upper angle. Parmeister did enough just to save the round for his team as Old Dream find round number 6. It is Galactics who are down to an eco, and Old Dream, they're even investing in pistols at this point. So, going to be an eco push towards the A site. Anik did take some damage from the AWP in 4s. And 4s just need to be careful in case they push a little bit closer to him at this stage. Nice kill. Shiva finds 1, but instantly traded by the CT side. And that could be an AK which he could pick up and work with, if he chooses to work with him. Macanaz was in position but couldn't find Parmeister at that stage. Pushing out Old Dream, trying to make some ideas towards the B site for now. It's where 11 is currently hooked up alone, and he's actually planning on rotating, but needs to be aware it's going to be lower where lots of these Old Dream players try and push out for him. And for now, just going to reposition, and he just has to be careful. Old Dream not fully committing yet. And there was a player also lurking from behind, and Volk also coming in to support his teammate in upper. And 35 seconds for Old Dream to try and work out into the site. They've got time, so they can work with it. A couple of shots of bullets. And with 20 seconds, it's going to be a late push, but Old Dream should do enough. Volk, what a kill. He'll find Parmeister through the smoke, and elsewhere Old Dream, they're trying to push on site to get the bomb down, and Volk's actually going to deny the bomb hunt and can't get the other kill. Falls with the Glock to swipe him out. And suddenly, it all becomes panic for Old Dream. 5 seconds to get the bomb down or go for the kills. 11's going to get found out. Bomb goes down. A 1-on-1. Pika doing the damage and taking so much damage. Has to just find 4s, who got the bomb down in the first place. And he was so low. 4s just cleaned it out, and he was lucky his opponent was low on HP. 7-2 to Old Dream Esports. And Galactic, their economy is still available to them. The pistol is over. The pistol round is over. There's going to be some A control, which Old Dream try and strive on early on. They've got the T-con control. And Galactics playing a lot more aggressive this time, being a lot more pushed up. There are 3 players on the A site. Volk is watching an Ivy, and once again, 11 alone towards B. The AWP isn't quite going to be able to get that instant shot. That's going to be VipMelo finding the early kill. Volk trying to spray down, and we'll find Fours just pushing through that Ivy smoke. Really unnecessary. Really costly. 4 and 4 as Old Dream try and work something out towards the A site here. It is still 3 players on the A site in defense. One of those players has given up the Ivy control. That peak, the timing of that peak was amazing. Peak Rozone's going to have to go big here. Anik will shut down one player, being aggressive and trying to find the second player as well, but just being aware of Pop Dog as well. Dan Camila will trade out that frag. Trade's coming in, and Peak Rozone spotted the player in Pop Dog and will be allowed to find one on the second. VipMelo is also going to fall. All that remains is Shiva with an AWP. And 3 rifles for the CT side. And with 20 seconds, he really has to try and commit towards the B side. Someone was banging something in my house. Ten seconds. Look who's pushed up. It is Shiva. And he won't find anything against Pika. 3-7. Finally, Galactics gets something back. It's taken them a few rounds to get something, and they needed a full buyout for it to work out. But if you are new here, you're watching this map number 2 between Galactics and Old Dream Esports. Yeah, I question my English sometimes. I'm making silly mistakes. I'm sorry if I'm making mistakes. McInairs wanting to do damage and will find himself 2 kills. Anik will find another kill after Parmeister took down 1. It's an eco from the Old Dream side, and it's looking like they won't be able to find anything more than a 1 frag. Force did what he could, but that's Volk picking up his second. Fun fact about me, I tried to play in a Portuguese team. I was the only British player in there. It was a European team because we had a Dutch and a Belgian player. But one time the Dutch and Belgian player couldn't play. I was the only English-speaking player in that team during that game, and they were all talking Portuguese. It was difficult. So unless you speak Portuguese, don't join another team. Fours finds 1. That's all that Old Dream Esports have got in the early stages of this round. It was pretty much a forced buy from the Old Dream squad. Dan Camilla found himself a UMP in the end. VipMelo can't find anything against Volk. It is Anik trying to get a trade kill, but missing his shots. But 11 can at least regain 1 kill. Dan Camila can't do anything against Anik, who repeat from Connector. A couple more rounds actually starting to fly into place here for Galactics. Pandas, where are you from then? What country are you from? We have to give some love to Fraser, who's doing the observing. I would say he's the best cast from the UK, but he wasn't Sliggy. He wasn't observing the major final in London. Parmeister, for now, will just be alone out towards A. 3 of his teammates going into Pop Dog early on here. Dan Kabila will find 11 in the opening stages. VipMelo will find another one, and this was a really unusual buy. A bomb goes down on the B site, and the AWP just burns away, leaving the M4 the only primary weapon in play, and even that now starting to become unlikely. All 3 players for the CT side are on the back of site. Old Dream, all their players are in the upper B position as well. Smoke will go towards upper. Molotov will go down on... Actually, there's a smoke on site, so they could just try and stick the defuse here. Volk, took him a while to find it. Pika gets himself 2, and he's just about secured it, I think. Does he have it? He does have it right at the end. Just had to hold on there. It was Galactics who got the kills. They held on to it. Old Dream, they can't find anything. Hit or miss. Galactics didn't miss. There's going to be an AWP and a load of AKs out for the T side here. In round number 13. Was this round number 14? Round number 14. One early smoke from Pico Zone will just shut off the T-con push if there was one. Of course, 11 did just spot the player. It was a tight little angle he had to peek, but couldn't quite find it. Macanaires is just going to be aware of this Pop Dog plan. You know, there's two players above him. He's got to be careful of. A flash will enter him in, and he's just flashed out. Macanaires can't do anything. Dan Camila, he'll push out, and he'll find the opening frag. Anik needs to support his teammate, and suddenly it's him and 11 left against 5 players. Old Dream have done it. They've got the kills. They've not quite worked themselves onto the A site yet, but Shiva, he's looking to make strides to work themselves onto this site. Anik just scoped in with the AWP. Can be deadly, and he's actually going to be found out by Palmeister. It leaves 11 with an AWP, and to find 5 players, doesn't have to commit to this. The economy would allow him to really just about go for it, but against 4 more players, is it likely? Eleven really wanted to just find frags, and there were shots aimed in his direction. I'm not sure if Old Dream knew if he was there at that point, but shots were at least fired. Now 11 just holding on to this AWP. Has a little bit of utility as well to use, and did have a defuse kit if he wanted to go for it, but saving against 4 is probably the safer solution. Does need to be careful in case Palmeister and the Old Dream guys push Ivy. Dan Camila's pushing. He's low on HP, and he will dispatch of the AWP despite being on 4 HP. There's another round for Old Dream Esports, who aren't going to give up this game without a little fight yet. Last round of a half. Last round for Galactics to find something on the CT side. And historically and known by most people, this map does belong as a CT side map. My English just kind of died there. Shiva, he did the B-hops last time, won't quite get him this time. AMK and Macanaires will find the early kills, but there's one back at least for Old Dream. Molotov will go down and a smoke traded. Hit or miss, Fraser. These flashes aren't quite hitting any of the CT players, or the T players for that matter. As Valok finds one kill quickly onto Palmeister. And what is this damage? 11 could really shut this down here. Spots one player, but Vip Mello, he's quicker to the aim. And that's a B site opened up. And allows Old Dream to get a bomb plant here. Last round, Galactics can't save. They've got the man advantage here, and ANK will find one. Well done, Camila. And this time it's got to be perfect. Pika is pushing from above him. And Pika just not aware of Vip Mello's position from above him. This is huge. This is so good. I don't know if he heard him at the end, but Pika just chose to go for the pre-fire. It worked out. And at the halftime stage, Galactics, they got one back and they finally recovered some rounds. Old Dream, they lead. Half time then in this best of 3 quarter-final of the RDYUP Amateur League Season 3. It's been a bit of a closer game, this one, compared to, you know, the 16-4 first game on Mirage. This is the pick of Old Dream, and they are only just edging it. 11, 12 kills, really the highest we're seeing on the scoreboard after the opening 15 rounds. This so far has been quite a closer and definitely enjoyable game to watch. I was just going to find my stats because I get given stats for this. Because how nice the casting and admin team are, they can give me stats live about the game. I know I've got a game to commentate on. But so far there's not been any more than sort of a one-on-one clutch, which came out in 11. and Palmeister in their respective rounds. Onto the second half then. It is going to be Galactic trying to get something on the T side here. It's going to be a hit towards the B site. Old Dream, they are prepared. They've got 2 players at least towards the B site here. Macanes will do some early damage in the early stages here. Dam Camila will trade out for some. Macanes just has to be a little bit careful here, but does get himself 2 kills nonetheless. Being aggressive. Force has got 1 back and will get a second back. A 2-on-2 retake, so this is definitely possible for Old Dream. 1 player in upper, the other towards lower, but somehow Galactics find the kills to clean it up. And that's Galactics, who tie things up 8-8 in this series. Can we give a shout out to the best observer, Fraser? Oh, I better not do that. That better not stop beeping in my ear. Anyway, Galactics have got at least 1 AK out in this second round here. Zeus has been brought out by Shiva, but it's only a pistol round for the Old Dream squad. Kinae's trying to do damage and will find the early kill, and he's aware of 2 more players towards the site at this stage. And how long will these players really survive? Vit Mello, he's still on site. Pika got himself 2 kills. Four's got another one. Palmeister left against 5. And with only a P250 in sight, I think it's going to be another see you later moment. With the P250 see you later in his hand. And it feels as though Galactics are truly aware of this last player's position. Palmeister can't even do any damage to Volk realistically. Galactics, I think this is the first time this game they've actually been in the lead. They go 9-8, and it's Galactics who are looking to close out this series in the second map and in their opponent's map pick. Their opponent's Old Dream will get a full bout. All 5 players on M4s, but that lack of utility is really going to be a huge factor. They've mainly invested in smokes. And again, there's going to be a hit towards B where Galactics look to try and challenge Palmeister, the opening frag. A great little frag as 11 retrades at least for 1. There's Galactics who secure themselves the B site quite comfortably. Quite quickly as well, and it leads to an Old Dream retake with all 4 M4 still on play at this stage. Great kill. Vit Mello will be found out by 11. And 2 more players left on the A site, and Old Dream, it's looking as if they're going to hold on to these weapons and save and give Galactics a chance to reinvest in some more AKs at this stage. All regrouping towards Ivy. And that's cute. Stand up. Shiva, stand up. There you are. It's almost as if I was in the game. Pandas, are you still here? Was it an Icelandic team you played for? So, Galactics have 10, Old Dream have 8. That's only the rounds they've got on the board so far. This was Galactics. This wasn't their map pick. But they are finding holes in the Old Dream defense, and so far they've clocked up that B. It might be a weakness. This time, going to be working towards Ivy mainly. And Vit Mello is going to be prepared. He hears a player in Pop Dog at least. Some auditory cues coming in there. Shiva's going to have to go big here. Falls is going to rotate and just watch that Ivy position for now. The coordination looking on point in the CT side. A little smoke will go in just in the cross there to deny Falls a chance to push and cross over. Okay, it's just going to fall back, and it feels as though Galactics haven't got the bomb anywhere outside of T-spawn so far this game. Couple of flashes in either direction isn't going to lead to any kills for now, but the smoke could be damaging here. Falls finds himself 1 kill, and Shiva almost damages and killed off his teammate there. So lucky there. It is looking like a wrap around towards B is what's going to be coming in. Volk the stronger position here. And Palmeister's going to have to go big here. He can't find any kills. It's the kills that lead in favor of Galactics and Old Dream. Is it going to have to be another save again? Goodbye, Falk. Found out by VipMelon. That flash isn't going to be that effective. It allows ANKK to get another kill. 2 on 2, and the AK and M4 looking to try and save this round here. They don't have any kits between them. And Forced will be caught off guard, leaving the AK in hand. And VipMelon just trying to save this AK and just do any exit damage. Anik was prepared. That's Galactics. They're now starting to get a couple rounds on the board. They're starting to push forward here. And Galactics are now 5 rounds away from taking this series. It'll be a real shame really for Old Dream because it felt like they got crushed in that game on Mirage. And they took some strides to get back into this series with that opening T-sided first half. Dan Camila, so much damage taken early on. Macaneas gets 1 kill and Shiva can't quite get his trade kill with the AWP and he's taken so much damage, somehow surviving on a little thread of luck. Volt gets 1 back and again the trade's favouring the CT side here. And just when you think Old Dream have got a chance, Galactics, they pull it back. Palmeister, he's got a shotgun, hiding in connector. The bomb isn't quite in Galactics' control yet, and the T side will try to play it a little bit gentle and a little bit safely here. Molotov will go in connector, and that for now denies Palmeister a chance to push any further. He will at least be able to peek up. And there's a minute here, so Galactics could work towards B if they wanted to, but it's looking like it's going to be an A commitment then. Palmeister just spots the legs of that player. And Palmeister doing damage, and Wolfine Pika came close, but 11 pushing quickly enough was able to save the round for Galactics. They find themselves to round number 12. And Old Dream desperately need to get some response. They can get a buyout, but it's not going to be the best buyout. Pistols is what they're going to work with. They've got a nade also in play as well. 2 nades in play. 3 players have got armor. And maybe a rush towards B. Talking about a rush towards B, a stack towards A from Galactics is the wrong call entirely. And they're playing aggressive. They've even pushed into T-Con at this stage. But whatever happens now, they know they've got to go towards B and they've got to try and retake it. Anik, Volk, they get the early frags. And for the Seeker in Old Dream side, it's just a crest to do damage and to try and take weapons out of their opponent's rounds. But look who's prepared. Pika just finding himself 2 kills. Forced is left, holding the A side of connector. And Volk's just going to wipe him apart as Galactics pick up round number 13. Old Dream do have the money, and this is a big round for them that they need to get. They will instantly get out an AWP. They'll need to get some rifles as well. And the server just shutting down. Getting some technical issues. We'll just try and fix them quickly. Don't go anywhere. See you in a moment.
Channel switched.
welcome back to the stream. Apologies for the technical issues we've just had. Server is all back up and ready now, and we should be ready to go live in just a couple of minutes. If you are new here and you haven't been here before, do give the Ready Up League a follow on all of their social medias, and this is now the time for Old Dream to try and get a response in play. Galactics, they've got the past few rounds in a row in their favour, namely 6. Old Dream Sports were able to respond with 1 on the CT side, and this was Old Dream Esports' pick, and this is a big round for them to try and have to clean up and win out here. We should be back already now, and hopefully ready to get back and give you some amazing Counter-Strike action. Galactics 3 rounds away from cleaning up this round, also this series. For Old Dream Esports, it's going to be a late night if they want to try and clean out and win this series. They need to get at least 6 rounds for overtime. And local time, it will just be hitting midnight everywhere across Portugal and locally here in the UK. And all on each side, a full buyout for both sides, and really the buyout isn't that bad if you're Old Dream. Yep, you've got an SMG, but that's the only weakness you've got. They don't have a lot of utility compared to their opponents either, and once again, it's going to be some pop dog control, which the CT side definitely get in their favour. Good old little cobweb there as well. That nade. Trying to do damage, and actually the CT player will just fall back, play it safe. Dan Camila only taking a chunk of damage in the early stages here. Spokesman utility looking to be used here. And there's a couple of players above there, and Force for now just has to keep watch for now. No one close up in Ivy. One minute on the clock and a minute for Galactic to try and make an entry. This time, it's looking towards B. It's been their key bomb site, which they've tried to hit a lot, and you can tell they've been quite successful with it. It's going to have to be the player of it, Mello, to try and hold off the push. So it's some utility going in, and there is going to be Shiva trying to rotate quickly enough as well. Vitmello will find one through the smoke. There's another player who has pushed out, and Galactics have found themselves onto the B site and looking to go for the bomb plant here. Vitmello was trying to deny it, but Volk was holding the angle. He had it covered. 4-1-2, the CT side in a difficult retake here, but Force has got 1 kill back. 1 player on site, the other 2 in heaven or above. Palmeister just has to try and find the kills here. 11 will be caught off guard by Force, and this retake is definitely possible here, but with an AWP peeking, Anik has to try and get the kill here. The Molotov will go down and just delays things ever so slightly. Anik not aware where these players are. The smokes utility, it's all falling apart, but somehow off of this, Galactics are going to save the round as Force does fall. A really close and unlucky retake, which Dream Esports just can't make happen, unfortunately. The T side now only need 2 rounds to close out this series and get that spot in the semi-final. There was an open 4 AKs available. It's just pistols and a really desperate buyout for the Old Dream squad, who have to deny a chance for their opponents to make it match point. Palmeister the only player with a rifle. Dan Camila has got a pocket rifle, as he said. But whether it's going to be effective enough, we will see. He did get the opening kill, though. And Anik will take down the scouts with the open play. That's a nice AK skin. That's off topic, though. Fours, he'll be looking to try and shut down this push. And he spotted them push and rotate towards CT here. Fours could really do some damage here, but just trying to do damage and send some shots towards the T side. They've worked their magic. They've somehow found their way back onto the B site from CT spawn. It's a miracle how it's happened. We just need to be aware. Look who's nearby. That is Palmeister. And Parmeister just going to be ripped apart by Volk. And Galactics still haven't actually got the bomb down yet. They do get it down eventually. And Anik, Volk, and Galactics seem to have got this round in the bag. There is an AWP. Sorry, yeah, it is an AWP for VIP Mayo to work with. But is it going to be enough? Really not going to be anything available left in this round. Will find himself one more kill and lose another AK from the T side, but they won't really care if they just die at this point. They've got money. They can quickly reinvest. And going on to match point, they'll be feeling the more confident and happier team at this stage. And there's VIP Mellow also able to find one more kill, but isn't going to be able to find 11 up top. Saving the AWP and giving Galactics match point. Not just match point, it's series point as well for them. And for Old Dream, they have to buy out whatever they can to save themselves from being knocked out of this competition. Winner takes all, winner goes home. 4 AKs and an AWP in play for the Galactic team. And this was a Galactic team which won 16-4 on Mirage. It was Galactic's map pick. And they're going to get the early kill straight away. Parmeister can't do anything back. Shiva has been able to respond with one kill, but there's honestly going to have to be some more here from Old Dream if they want to survive this. And actually, they can do some damage here. 11. He's got to find VIP Mellow. And VIP Mellow now has to find himself 2. Gets the second. Can get a third. You know what? Old Dream aren't out of this year. Their economy's not going to be that great. And they will find themselves an AWP to hold on to. What a great little play and a great little round at the end there. Just proves that Old Dream Esports aren't going to be an Old Dream for any longer. To get an AWP and then form some SMGs in play. For the T side, of course, they've had loads of money, so they can just also buy it. It's going to be a quicker play this time towards B. The Molotov, though, will just delay things. And Shiva, so he's going to find the early kill. VIP Mellow can't quite find Macanaires. That's a great little kill back, and he's got himself a second as well. Dan Miller will fall as well. A 3-on-3. And Galactics at this point, they've got to play it real safe, and they're still opting then potentially heading towards the B site. There are 2 CT players nearby. And Alone is forced on the A site, but the main focus for now has to go towards B, and there's still a minute Galactics have to work with. So Galactics could rotate. They could work out somewhere else, but they're working out towards B, so it seems. A little flasher going to enter them, and it's not even going to enter them. Parmeister, great kill. He'll find Macanaires, who was low on HP. And Old Dream suddenly have the man advantage to work with. Galactics, they've still got utility. They've still got the one-tap potential of the AKs. They have to try and find these kills and make it work out. And Old Dream, they've not fully lost this B control just yet. One smoke will go down. Great kill for Shiva from Heaven. Shut down Ozone. And it leaves 11 to find something, and he can't even get a bomb down. This might be promising here for Old Dream Esports. They only need 4 rounds to take it to overtime. Galactics would be able to just about buy out if Volk only wanted a pistol. The safer call from the C side is just to buy pistols, and there's Old Dream going to be, again, the stronger team going into this round. Thanks to the utility and weaponry. VIP Mellow, he's hearing the footsteps, so he'll use that Molotov nicely enough, and will just about get himself 1 kill, a second as well, but thanks to Shiva in support of him. Not expecting the player upper. Macanaires will get 1 back. Galactics now suddenly on the site here, but Dan Kuma, he's got himself 2 from behind, and that's just shut down this round completely. Volk, he can only find 1 before falling. Galactics now have got the money to work with. This is another match point for them. They've lost 3 match points so far. They've got 3 more match points to work with. Old Dream Esports actually have the upper hand here in terms of the utility. Don't quite have the AKs yet. One or two players might have an AK, but nothing too major. It's going to be Ivy control, which is what Galactics are looking to try and work with. Towards Pop Dog again, a player from RDYUP. Just keeping watch of that. Falls is spraying, he's praying. He isn't going to find anything quite yet. Second chunk of the spray isn't going to commit or help him find anything. Also across the map, it's just Galactics trying to get this intel, trying to get some entries here. And Forced, he's going to have to try and catch off so many players here. 3 players approaching from Ivy. I'm actually going to push into him towards CT. He'll find one. Volk will trade out. Manic cares. We'll get a smoke out towards B. And Shivo can respond with another kill. 2 kills of the orb. And Machinaires will find one more kill before being demolished by Vip Mayo. It leaves Pico Ozone in a 3-on-1. He's allowed to get 1 kill from this and still has the bomb to his name. Heading towards B. It's RDYUP trying to make sure they don't lose this series. North will go down. A smoke on site. It's just going to be a little fake. And the CT side are actually falling for this. Not overly committing. Parmeister, he was prepared for that. And how about this? And RDYUP, they only need 2 rounds to take this to overtime. This was a game where Galactics were winning 13-9 before that little technical issue. You start to wonder if that tech issue might start to be playing on the minds of Galactics. And 2 AWPs for RDYUP. And a quick play out towards the A site. Here is Machinaires, who gets a dream kill from there as well. And there's only 2 players left standing as quick as that for Galactics to ZZ. And probably the quickest round of the game we've had so far. RDYUP, this is their round. They'll need this to take us not only to overtime, but to keep us alive in this series. Galactics need this pause. They have to play this correctly and perfectly. And you can tell that RDYUP won't want to give up quite yet. They will have 2 AWPs in play on their side. 1 AWP at least coming out for Galactics. And this dream for RDYUP might just become a new dream. A dream to take this map to overtime and to potentially take us to that 3rd map. The 3rd map, if required, would be Cash. It was either Cash or Inferno, and Cash was the winning factor. And if you are new here, if you've not followed already, do give the RDYUP community a follow on all of their social media accounts. I'm sure the league will be getting prepared for their 4th season. Just looking at the scoreboard then, 27 kills for Mello, who's made a significant impact since that technical issue about 7 rounds ago. 22 kills for Volk and Pico Ozone between them. And we definitely have this chance to go towards overtime at this stage of the game. RDYUP then. They've got 2 AWPs, and this is their dream to try and take it to overtime. Galactics, you've had at least 7 rounds to try and close out this game, and this will be so disappointing if you can't close it out here. There's Galactics trying to go for the Pop Dog aggression and instantly being shot down. Dan Kuma, they found the kills. Force has found one as well, and Machinaires are trying to get something back. It's the last 2 Galactics players hiding out in Ivy. And RDYUP really don't have to play and go towards this. It's going to be overtime, which we're going towards. Unless a miracle happens for Galactics here. They've got some utility in play. Some Molotovs and a nade and a flash. Could flash themselves in, but Machinaires will at least get 1 after being boosted up. There's 2 AWPs still here for RDYUP, and Make that just one AWP left. Pico and Macanes, they're making sure this game doesn't go to overtime. And they've got to try and play this perfectly now. Still some utility. Can you hear the music? Nice little bit of music being played there at the back of train. 30 seconds and Galactics. This has not been your second half. They made a really good start in the second period, but it's just not been working out for them. And now 20 seconds to work with. They're making a really late call. There's a player close by in fours. And also looking to do damages. Danakuma, they close it out. We're going to overtime. This is map 2. This was the map pick of Old Dream Esports, and they've somehow recovered it. It might have been to do with that technical break. I don't know what happened. Fraser, really not happy about that. And even we can see that on stream. Half time. Well, I want to say it's half time, but it's not quite half time. End of regulation time ends with a 15-15 and a great comeback by Old Dream Esports. They were 15-9 down and somehow recovered. Galactics just not looking on course or on point during the closing stages. This, of course, is the map pick of Old Dream. And I've wanted to see a lot more realistically. I thought they were going to win this map. Galactics, they've done so well, and now we're going into overtime. It'll be midnight. It will be just gone midnight local time for all these players here. And that's me assuming that they're all Portuguese. So for Galactics then, an AWP will be brought out. An AWP also available for the CT side as well. We're going to go into overtime. And these rounds are must win now for both these teams. Volk, he's going to fall early on. Galactics, a man disadvantaged at this stage. And Galactics were toying with the idea of playing fast towards B, but now that idea has been shut down. Shiva, he's just keeping watch of lower. And he's going to have to watch so much more at this stage. Harmeister pushing in and actually going to be caught out by Macanes. He will just fall back towards Beam. Looks to be the site where Galactic want to now take and try and enter towards. Look at the Old Dreams positions towards A. They can quickly rotate in towards B if they need to. Both really attached and close to T-Con. It's going to have to take some special standings to really take Galactics to get onto the site here. I think I'm just messing up my words because it's late. I've just had a really busy day. Anik's going to peek out, just slowly peeking with the AWP. Shiva, he can respond and he will find a kill in the CT side's favour. Now, Galactics, they are pushing out that nade. Not going to be too damaging. They found the kills either way. And it's 2-on-2, but quickly becomes on 2-on-1. Pika has to get the bomb down here and will do so nicely with 20 seconds on the board. Pika zone does spot the one player in upper. And now knows where both the players are after peeking, jiggling from side to side. Pika will just molly the bomb off a little bit too early potentially. And he can't find anything against Vip Mello. The CT side then of Old Dream. Get themselves another round. And that's them now back in the lead in overtime. If you are new here, do give Ready Up a League a follow on all of our social media accounts. Old Dream 2 AWPs in play. Galactic's just a 1-AWP. Despite losing that round, they got the bomb down and they got that little bit of extra cash for planting the bomb. But it didn't really matter. It's overtime. They've got loads of money to work with. It just means they can keep some stronger economy. Volt finding flaws. 1-AWP lost. And Mello is trying to respond. He can only get one back towards the A side. Also kills in favour of the Old Dream squad. All of a sudden, Galactics remain a man down. And They're on the B site, but they're on the B site without a bomb. The bomb, of course, is in the favour of Old Dream Esports. That's where it's all gone wrong here for Galactics in this Portuguese derby. I would speak Portuguese, but, you know, I don't know any. I know obrigado means thank you. And hola means hello. Enough of your language lesson, guys. We've got 50 seconds here to see if Galactics can get the bomb back in their favour and to try and take in Macaneers. He's so low on HP as well. That's going to be a costly factor. 11. His position is low, but still 11 is allowed to get a kill. Now highly low. These last two Galactics players. All that remains is one player in Macaneers. And 30 seconds is still going to opt to try and go for this. They obviously have the money for it. Just trying to pre-fire now. His position must definitely be known at this stage here. Wanted to find Camila. He's survived with 9 HP. Old Dream. They're almost there. They're almost there to taking us to that second. Sorry, not second. Third map. We've had some tech issues and I'm getting lost and confused. 17-15, 2 AWPs here for the Old Dream squad. The 1 AWP remaining for the T side here. It's a full set of utility and weaponry for both sides as Galactics go and work for the Ivy control. Volk is nearby, but Macaneers, he's going to fall early on from Pop Dog, and that's one section of the map where Galactics have lost now. Force just keeping watch of this Ivy push. The utility, for now, it's just going to push no one away, really. The CT side are aware of this presence. Galactics, they're going to have to try and respond soon, and this is the round they really have to try and get a man down. The bomb's still in your favour, and not a lot of utility realistically to help you push out onto a site other than Molotovs and a couple of flashes. It is enough utility to get you out, but you've also got to remember afterplant as well. Utility there would also be partly crucial. Palmeister spotting this one Molotov push out. And he's also got to try and find Volk, who is pushing out, and Volk isn't going to find a player above him. Galactic's now falling apart, so it seems. Pika's got one back for the T side. But not going to be expecting of Palmeister, who gets 2 more in his favour. Also trying to find Peak Rozone as well, when Peak will find himself a second half-time in the first overtime. Dream Esports, you know what? They're going to be trying to take us to this third map here. So late here in the RDYUP League. But half-time and overtime. Old Dream 18, Galactics, who have not run around for what, 10 rounds now? Now on 15 on score. Half time, Vip Mello, 30 kills, currently at the top of the leaderboard, and we've got a definite chance to go here towards our third map, which would be cash if we need it. Peak Rozone currently top for Galactics, trying to keep the T-side in it however they can. Vip Mello, he's on 30 kills. 1 3v1 from Vip Mello in this fixture on train. So far, Peak Rozone, the top-rated player between all the players on this server, and he's even on the losing team at this stage. Map point then for Old Dream Esports, and Old Dream Esports, we're going to have to try and play it carefully. Galactics, they've got to somehow try and perfect this out in their favour, and all on both sides. Loads of rifles also available as well. And 11 really having to be He's kind of in a really dangerous position. Lots relies on his shoulders at this point because he's got to cover 2 angles. One from upper, the other from lower. And this is just a really slow round at this stage from the Old Dream squad. And, you know, you guys are going to be trying to perfect this. They're going to try and deny Galactic a chance to take this series and to take this fixture. Galactics are going to get 3 rounds in a row to at least stand a chance of winning this. Macaneers will get the opening pick in their favour. Now, looking towards the A site, it's where Old Dream want to try and push. Pico Ozone, he's pushed up really close. And just has to be careful here. He's actually going to fall. Does he DC? Pico actually DCs, and Galactic might just have a chance back here. Danny Camila, he's alone towards the B site and trying to do damage. He won't find anything. 11 will fall, and Parmeister will get one back towards the A site here. 3-on-3 at this stage. This lost player really going to be a bit of an issue. Bomb will be planted for Old Dream on the A site. It's a 3-on-3 retake. And a really tough ask to try and get something in play. A retake must be imminent now for Galactics. And they know it's going to go in their favour. Old Dream Esports, man advantage. Shiva gets one. 11 will respond. Refragging. It's just planted for the pop dog angle, which Old Dream are just kind of camping in. A great double peek. And Volk will somehow clutch it. There's 1 round back here for Galactics. And they don't want this to be over either. There's going to be a pause in. And what a little save that was from Volk to get that those last few rounds at the end there. That's brilliant. It felt like a 2-on-1. He had to really clean up there. And he did so finally with support early on. Just a little pause to regain Pika. It's lucky Pika didn't go to bed so soon, wasn't it? This game starting about an hour, 15 minutes ago. And now it's going to be starting to get late. So both these teams, they might be tired. I don't know what their sleeping pattern's like. 31 kills for Vidmello on the T side. 27 casualties. And it feels as though, sort of just looking at the KDs of all the players here, it shows how close of a series it's been. Because there's so many sort of players who have between 3, 4, 5 sort of rounds between them. Galactics, they'll get their man advantage. Anik is going to find falls early on. Macaneers just has to be a little bit careful here. He's aware of at least 1 player above him. There are 2, in fact, players above him. A flash will go in. Delayed push. And also, there's going to be a player pushing from T-Con. A great kill for Dan Camilla. And Parmeister's got one as well. Galactics, they're well on course to being fed to this 3rd map here. But Volk, he's not going to allow this to happen. Volk will find another one as well. And Shiva's also going to fall, leaving it to Vidmello to try and clutch this. And he's got the bomb to his name as well, but there are players approaching him, pushing from connector, also at the back of site. He's going to push through the smoke, and a little pre-fire just reveals his position.
What's happened here?
Microphone muted.
Vidmello, he's left against a couple more players at this stage, and this is a must-win round. Vidmello can't do it. Galactics, they're going to get a 17th round on the board. And you know what? This really isn't over quite yet.
Sound muted.
Serves me right for being in Discord because someone just came in. I was really confused. Someone just suddenly appeared in Discord and I was really confused there. 1 more round for Galactics to take us to this 2nd overtime. It's Old Dream who've been on 2 match points so far. It's 2 AWPs again for Galactics on the CT side. Taken apart instantly. Falls. Finds the opening kill as Anik gets that instant frag away from him. Old Dream Esports, they're really making a lot of noise towards this side of a map. It is the connector side of a map. There's 2 AWPs here for the CT side to work. A great little jump, and how does he really survive that? Back in airs. Just got baited out so much by Vip Mello above here. That was an amazing little play. Vip Mello and Oldream are going to go for the same approach they did last time. Hoping to work out in their favour. Palmeister will get 1 kill. And again, Oldream Esports. This time a 2-player advantage here. They're really looking to close us out. And it's going to be a 5-on-3 retake. If it even gets to that stage for Galactics at this stage. 45 seconds on the clock. This game is just phenomenal. And it's going to be towards the B site where Oldream try and commit to. Tries to get the 1 plant. Nice kill, 11. Gets 1 kill back for the Oldream Galactic squad. Volt's found on as well. And this quickly becomes a 3-on-3. And all of a sudden, Oldream had a 2-man advantage. And it all seems to be falling apart here. Another connection problem. Another tech issue. And this is the worst time for it. We'll be back very shortly to try and fix this. Oldream, they were on match point. 18-17 against Galactics.